What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to the glorious and magnificent Rift Zone Carbon. This bike is unbelievable. I built it up in my most recent video, literally rode it stock, 100% stock, and took it to Woburn for a 6 session on the new freeride line. It was so stock, in fact, that I had this plastic thing on, which I didn't realise until you guys commented that you call it a dork disc, which is quite funny. It stops the chain going in your spokes. Actually quite a clever invention, but apparently it's a dork disc. I still had the reflectors on. When I edited the video, I could see how blatantly obvious they were. So it's 100% stock, and I think that's cool. It rode magnificently. However, today is the first part of it undergoing unbelievable modifications, upgrades, and changes. All my sponsor parts are going on this bike, but that leaves a lot of categories wide open, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide a lot of the parts that go on this bike, because with Brink Bike Shop, literally just up the road, well, it's actually quite far, but it's my most local epic bike shop, I have the opportunity to go there and buy sick parts. So the categories I'm going to leave open, because while I'm doing these upgrades today, I want you to be thinking about what parts. Front fork, what fork? Rear shock, what rear shock? It's 120mm rear shock, 130mm fork. Bear that in mind. I'm not putting a Fox 40 or a massive Boxer World Cup triple clamp downhill fork on it. It's a trail bike. Why would I do that? It would be stupid. 29-inch wheels, but I've got wheels sorted. So it's suspension, drivetrain, rear mech, cassette, chain, and shifter are all open. Comments. And brakes. Sorry, it took me a while. I'm so used to putting normal, like, this is the first time, actually, this is the first time I'll ever be upgrading a video. This is exciting. Where I don't have a suspension sponsor, I don't have a brake sponsor, I don't have a drivetrain sponsor, and that's all for good reason, and that's all very, very cool, because it leaves me open to try new things, do reviews, let you guys decide what trick and what spec and what epic gear is going to end up on this bike. Today's video is all about putting my sponsor parts on it. So what I have is a P&W dropper post, gusset stem, absolute black oval chainring, gusset saddle, P&W loam lever, they're epic, Maxxis tyre, I'm going to do a tubeless conversion with muck-off conversion, fluid sealant stuff, juice, and ODI grips. So, oh, and halo wheels. So it's getting actually a load of upgrades, certainly a lot more. I missed something, where are the cranks? Cane Creek titanium cranks, but with this sick colour chainring. Titanium. I am titanium. Anyway, let's do it. Let's do it. But get going in the comments, because I'm excited to buy stuff. I'm very excited. I'm very lucky that I can even go and buy bike stuff and Brink stock. Realistically, all the best stuff. But get creative. Not necessarily the most expensive, please. Just the best. What you think you want me to try. So starting things off, let's do wheels and cranks. Let's go. 10mm Allen keys. 10mm are the ones you always like take out of the Allen key set because you think you're never going to need them. It's going to look good with the Cane Creeks on. This is your first time seeing this bike, isn't it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of the frame?
I love it. Matches that.
Oh, it does
Which
indeed.
is always a good thing.
It does actually. Right, you won't know about this, but Brink, I was in Brink today doing a bit of research, and they do frame stuff. It's called Dyed Bro or something. You can stick, it's like frame protection stickers that have designs on them. When we go there to buy all the stuff, I'm gonna put sick. It's like decals. It's like PPF for cars, but on bikes and with stickers, and like, it's cool. When you see, it might sound confusing, but it's cool. Right. Come on. There you go. Okay, there we go. What are they? Fsa Grid Cranks. They're pretty cool. Win these by guessing what rear derailleur I'm going to get. That's a good way of, because otherwise there's going to be comments about the stuff and comments about the competition. Actually, everything I take off you can win. So firstly, whoever guesses what rear mech I'm getting gets the cranks. I'll just choose someone. They go into the winning pile. Okay, next, front wheels coming off. Wheels are off, chains off, cranks are off, and now I'm really starting to see the full potential, because that frame, that is the coolest frame I've ever had. So, well, I like my Alcatraz, I like my dirt jump bike. That's the coolest full suspension frame I've ever had. If you want to win the chain, the front wheel with no tyre, the rear wheel with tyre and dork disc and cassette and rotors, guess what forks I'm going to be running? You might have already written it and you think, I'm going to go with that bet. Here you go. Into the pile of freebie goodness. I'm going to regret this when I go to pay at checkout tomorrow at this bike shop and it's like, aww. Okay, next. We should put things on.
You should.
Yeah, cranks on. Please start putting things on. Let's put on the cranks. I tried to remove the cranks and I didn't have the bottom bracket tool. And I tried so hard that I tried to use a hammer and a screwdriver, which has completely obliterated it. Because I was that desperate to get it off. Every bottom bracket, why are all mountain bike tools different and all parts different? I've got a few tools and I still don't have the right one. Sorry that I've butchered something that could have gone in the giveaway, but I wanted to get the new cranks on. So that's gonna have to wait until the bike shop tomorrow as well. But in the meantime, I fitted the P&W Bachelor seat post with a 150mm drop. I really like the look of it. It's all black stanchion, black round there. There's the P&W logo. It's very smart, very stealth. And fits in with how just nice and carbon and black and glossy and sick this frame actually is. And then I've gone for this lever. They didn't do a green, like an exact green thumb pad for the loam lever, but actually it's not that far off at all. I think that looks nice. This is called the loam lever. If you ever want to give your thumb the kind of push, texture, tactile experience that it truly deserves, this is how you can achieve that. It's not even attached to anything. I'm going to attach it now, in fact. Then, actually there's no point attaching it without bars. Let's do all the gusset bits. Let's do the bars, stem, seat. I could do the pedals, but then I haven't got cranks for them. Ooh, I'm gutted about the cranks. Right, bars, stem, here we go. The bars and stem are fitted. There's the old bar and stem. There's the front brake. There's the seat and dropper post. And there's the dropper post lever, which are the most recent harvested items off of this bike. They could have all gone into a donor bike, but they're not. They're going to you guys. So if you want to win this awesome collection of black stees and technical equipment, guess what brakes are going to be on the bike in the next 2 days? Have I done brakes? If I have done brakes, it just goes into the massive brake prize purse. And if not, then look, there it goes. Down it goes. Pretty much a bike. It's pretty much a bike. If you get all the things correct in one comment, you can have all of it. It's quite unlikely, but it's actually very, 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 very plausible and possible. So the bars are on. These are the Gusset S2 bars. They have a 35mm width clamp. So does the stem, obviously. It looks sick. They're kind of like, they used to be called oversized, now it just looks like the norm to me. They're insanely stiff. They come at 800mm wide, but I'm gonna cut them down to 760mm on this bike. The one way, honestly, this is good advice. If you have more than one bike, not everyone does. I'm very, very, very extremely lucky I have more than one bike. But when you do, and if you do, using the same model handlebar on both of those bikes, all of those bikes, no matter what the width is, makes a huge difference when it comes to switching between them a lot. Just having the same sweep, similar rise, just the same bars. Honestly, that for me is the biggest factor when switching bikes to make them feel less alien. And there, my friends, and Mr. Ben, is the loam lever. Watch this, you ready? Watch it come up, watch it come up. Oh. Touch that.
Can I?
Tell me what you think.
Oh, wow.
On a cold, frosty day like today, where metal materials are true conductors of heat, they take the warmth, the thermal energy away from your skin.
I will tell you, honestly, my whole hand feels very cold right now, and that I would go as far as to say it's actually warming up my finger.
It's the only saving grace in an environment like the one today. Very nice. Well done P&W for keeping my left thumb warm and my right thumb cold. Okay, moving on. All we've done is strip a bike and give stuff away. I said I was going to do wheels. Let me get the wheel boxes. Wheels. I told Halo about this bike and straight away they sent me 29-inch Vortex wheels, which looks sick. Oh, and they've colour matched it. Yes. The Halo Vortex decals are removable, interchangeable, and colour matchable to your bike. So we were going to do green, and then we did orange. You didn't see that, did you, Ben?
No.
You thought, what is he on about? Colour matching. You weren't low enough. And look, on top of the top tube, carbon. Halo. It's very nice. These are sick wheels. These are like a proper tough, lightweight enduro rim. But it's all very well talking about a front wheel. Listen to this, too good to miss. Da -da 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 -da.
I like that.
That's such a good noise, isn't it? Such a good noise. You wouldn't believe how many people message me asking what that is. These are Halo wheels, Halo hubs, Halo spokes, Halo rims. That is a Halo Superdrive hub, and that is the Halo Superdrive 120 free hub. 120. It's called 120 because it has 120 clicks of engagement, which are those clicks, in one revolution. So that's one click every 3 degrees. Quick maths. Which is sick for so many reasons. Literally, when you come out of a turn and start pedaling, your hub engages more quickly than a less engaging hub, which means you get on the power earlier. When I used to race 4-cross and you get in the start gate, you can get your feet exactly where you want them, and it sounds good. That's cool. That is very cool. I actually can't put, well, I could put these on the bike, but because I don't know what drivetrain you guys have chosen me yet, there's no point, so I need to get a cassette. That's the 12-speed derailleur on it now. I'll take that off. So they're the wheels. Cool, they're going back in the box. That wasn't part of the plan. What have we actually done? I was going to change the cranks, I can't. I was going to put the wheels on, don't have a cassette. I've done a dropper post, bars and stem, which does look a lot cooler. The black front end's sick. Which makes me think that forks like Fox that are orange. What else are bright colour forks? Mazzocchi are red usually. DVO are green. I don't know, I like black up the front on this bike. Colour match decals, that's good news. Saddle, I can put a saddle on now, I'll do that. But ultimately guys, tomorrow I need to buy brakes, drivetrain and suspension, which are very, very, very massive parts of the bike. They're important, could cost me a lot, but they're gonna make this bike feel how it should, because that frame is honestly the sickest, it's so good. The Rift Zone Carbon. I rode it stock, right? Reflectors, didn't pump the air up in the forks. Everything was like not set up for me, and yet it felt amazing. Can you imagine what it's gonna feel like when Brink and Plush actually set it up for me? The giveaway pile is grown. You get your own dork disc. Okay, look, here's an example. Let me do the whole engagement thing. There's the Superdrive, and there is the original hub. Right, look how much play it. See, there's no clicks. That probably clicks like 20 times. You get all that movement of no response. It's like throttle sensitivity on a car. It's just not, look at that, that's actually insane. And then you can hardly even move that before it clicks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is good. Stuff like that's important. It's not all about the sound. There is a performance factor behind the method of the madness. So I'll put the seat on. You know what, actually, what's the point? I'm going to go to Brink when I've read your comments, and I'm going to build this bike up properly. I've talked about my sponsor parts, but most of you might know by now that I ride for Halo. I'd hope so. Gusset, all of those companies. Cane Creek semi-cranks to put on my bikes, which is very, very cool. The titanium cranks are incredible. Let me show you them once more, if you've never seen them. That is titanium.
Can you sing it for us again? Or?
No, I forgot the words. I am titanium. Anyway, this is the chainring that's going on.
Oh, that is a nice
yeah, that's
colour.
dope, isn't it? Way better. Better?
Much better.
Much better. So that's me bike. Maxxis tyres, I like I'm just doing a bike check in its own component parts, but I can't build it without the stuff. So I look forward to reading your comments. I look forward to spending money on new bike parts over at the bike shop, and I look forward to filtering through to find successful answers and comments with regards to the giveaway stockpile. Good luck. Thank you. Very excited about that bike. I might go as far as saying it's a dream bike, because it kind of is. I love it to bits. Peace, legends.